And we're back with some more Rimworld. Today we're going to be taking advantage of our pit gate. The way we're going to take advantage of it is with this new quest, Outlander Toxin Dump. Now this was just about to expire at the end of the last episode and I was looking forward to, well, except we don't need this Vanometric power cell, but it would be nice and this should effectively be pretty much almost free. So we shall take access to that Vanometric power cell and all of the toxic waste that comes with it, which is how many packs? 643. How much have we currently got on hand? We only have 26 toxic waste packs. This is going to be quite an increase, but there's a convenient disposal location nearby. Right now, War Machine is getting their death refusal topped up. Their death refusal has been expended earlier on because, well, they got a little bit of a sickness from cloning stuff, and it's fine, it's fine. They will be grand in no time at all. Hey, where's our toxic waste and our Vanometric power cell? Ah, here we go. There's a lot of toxic waste. On the bright side, it did land relatively close to the pit gate. That could have been worse. If that had landed on the opposite side of the map, that would have been a hell of a hauling job. Right now, we're going to get everyone to haul it over here, and then we're going to dump it into the demon pit, and, well, then it's their problems. While we slowly shift all of these toxic waste packs over here, we'll eventually dump them all down to the pit gate. We need to, well, clear some space at the bottom of the pit gate. So, let's see what's down there. Right, now normally I think the boss is in the middle. We don't want to trigger the boss. If we kill the boss, then we have nowhere to dump our waste. So let's clear some space and see what we got down here. As we have learned in the past, ghouls are incredibly good at clearing out these caverns. And enemies. Great. We will just demolish them all. Yeah, this does not go off. Actually, I'm going to have to figure out if we can get enemies out of this area. It would be nice if we could capture some of the enemies down here and turn them into Bioferrite farms. We'll worry about it later. For now, let's just keep clearing this place out, or clear out the starting area at least so we have somewhere to dump the waste. Found a bionic leg down here. That's, okay. I've been advised you can get really good loot down here. I just haven't seen it yet. Ooh. I did not expect to open up that much that quickly. I just knocked out one block. Well then, let's go kill some bugs. Yeah, that's not the boss. Cool. I just don't want to trigger the boss just yet. This is taking a while. It's just they can only carry about 5 sacks at a time. Yeah, that's gonna take forever. How many have we got left here? 258. Right. That's gonna be about 50 or so trips easy, so... We'll wait until they're all over here and then we'll start the process. You see, you can enter the pit and do it sort of a bit like a caravan and select stuff to go with it, and we're gonna select all the toxic waste, and we're gonna dump all our toxic waste down the pit gate, and then see what happens. I'm kind of curious. I figure I've cleared out a bunch of it now. Oh, actually, we might want to go down and clean out the... Yeah, we should send in a couple of miners and clean out the compacted steel. I mean, why not? It's free steel. Ah, Nomad Gunslinger. I'm sure you thought when you joined our colony, which you did voluntarily of your own free will, you actually asked to join us, remember you're an occultist, that you'd be underground in some weird hive, beside an anti-grain warhead, digging at steel. Grand. We'll dig out the metals that are here, and then once the toxic waste is down, I suppose we'll explore the last of it. Nope, I don't want you to do that. I want you over there, prioritize mining. Kevin here has decided it's time to start freeing entities. Again. They're releasing a revenant, right? Which one? Which one? That one over there, right? We shall transfer the revenant to another cell. Nope, can't have him, Kevin. Oh, you're doing that one now. Okay. In that case, we'll transfer that guy to a different cell. Then what you gonna do? Like this guy, we moved him over here so he'd be as close as possible to the main base, but he went past those? Maybe he knows. Okay, let's keep a few people around. I'd like to make sure of this. Hey. And in the meantime, how are you guys doing down here? Yeah, you are hauling stuff. Excellent. You know what? I want you to prioritize hauling that, and prioritize hauling that, and prioritize hauling that, and prioritize hauling that. We're sending all the steel back up to the surface, and the anti-grains, and the bionics, and all that stuff. I'm going to have to take the guys out of there shortly, though. It's getting a little bit, well, they've been down there a while. Yeah, we decided to just wall him up in there for a while. He'll either get over it, or he won't, one way or the other. If he comes back out again, we'll just deal with it. Yeah, Kevin got out. Despite the fact that they're almost out of food, I can't see a way for them to dump the Entity Liberator thing And like, this guy was right here. He just walked right past him. I think so long as there's any good stuff about, yeah, it could be a problem. And do we have stun on this guy? Yep, we do have stun. Perfect. Well, in that case, let the melee begin. And we shall continuously make sure to stun the guy. In fact, just hold fire. Let everyone else do the killing. God damn it, Kevin. We need to find some way of fixing that, because that is irritating. I really thought this was going to work with the Toughspike lure, but no. Turns out they know exactly what they're doing. They're being annoying. After what feels like an eternity, we've just about all got all the toxic waste over here. Which means we can do something like... There we go. Toxic waste packs. All of them. Put every single one down there. We don't want to deal with them. At some point, I think people will get around to it. It acts as a... Let's see if we grab Smirk here and right-click. Yeah, you can prioritize loading. So it's like a loading action. So once everyone gets around to loading, they'll start dumping all the stuff down there. Now, we could have just done that remotely, but then they'll only carry over small amounts, or I'm not sure. I wanted all of this nearby so we can do it nice and quickly. Yep, you'll see. Look at that. Nice and fast. And if we look down below, it is no longer a problem. It is now the monsters down here problem. In fact, you could just leave this here and let it slowly... Well, okay, not forever. What'll happen is this will... The packs are going to degrade. And eventually, after they dissolve, they'll toxify the entire place down here, and the toxification will spread as far as the boss, and the boss will die. So you can't do this forever, because eventually the place will become so toxified that nothing can survive, and then it collapses. But you can put a lot of toxic waste down there. Like, that's a butt-ton. I mean, I don't think I'd do this quest again. I mean, a Van of Magic Power Cell is nice, but how much is that worth? 1,000 watts? 1,000 watts. Very tasty. I like it. But the amount of time and effort it took was substantial. Something from below? A small circle of terrain has begun to shift and crack apart. Something is digging up towards the surface. Rhythmic pulsations shake the ground from underneath. Okay. Raid point calculator is telling me this is 0.98, so it shouldn't be as bad as it could be. Right. Bring everyone back inside. We've no idea what this is going to be. Give me a second while I start changing zones. Looking around, the only things outside are the lifters. Everyone else is inside the wall. So let's just... Underground emergence. What are you? 2 hours. Wait, have we seen this before? This is going to be a flesh pit or something. Wait a minute. I think it's another one of these. I think it's another pit gate. Huh. 2 pit gates? Ooh, you know what that means. We need to get someone over here with... Yep. Oh, colonists can't finish. Why can't you finish? I think some of the tox packs might have degraded while they were waiting. That's... Yeah, there's 10 tox packs left. We'll dump those underground. Did any of them degrade around here? Little bit. That's okay. That's okay. In fact, we might clean up all of this toxic waste. If we clean up all these toxic waste areas, we can turn them into waste packs, which we can then dump down here. You know what? I'm kind of okay with that. Pollution removal area, activate. And this is almost ready to pop. Yeah. Whoa, wait a minute. That's not a pit gate. That's a flesh mass heart. What the hell is that? The primary organ of a flesh mass infestation. The heart gathers materials to roots extended in the ground. Once it has collected enough, it spreads flesh mass around itself. In a spurt of cancer-like growth, it will keep growing until it consumes everything. The heart grows flesh mass spitters. These defensive organs can spit acid long distances. The heart will also generate flesh beast defenders to protect itself. Ultra-rapid regeneration makes the heart nearly invulnerable. It can only be killed by analyzing samples taken from the nerve bundles that form within its growing mass. Are you telling me we can't shoot it to death? Well, I mean, we're gonna have to try, right? I say we take everything we have and go... Wow, that thing expands kind of rapidly. Nerve bundle? Okay, so we have to study the nerve bundle. Okay, so we take the nerve bundles, that gives us flesh samples, that eventually allows us to kill the thing, and that's a flesh mass spitter, which had... Oh, self-defense turret. Got it. How did they like toxic waste? Oh, that grows a little fast. Love machine. I am So curious right now. What happens if you do a... Get around the corner a bit. Yeah, right about there. They should start murderizing each other, right? And more of them are going to kill each other. I think we're just going to get everyone over here and start an absolute beatdown. In the meantime, I don't think they really have a lot of... Actually, it might be a way to farm these Toughspikes. If we can get our hands on lots of injured Toughspikes this way, I would be very happy with that. Ooh. Nope. Another Colts. There you go. They do spawn pretty quickly. Was that guy disabled? No. Damn it. He's not actually... He didn't split apart. Supposedly you can capture those sometimes because they'll lose their spine, and if their spine goes, they're basically immobilized forever. We do have a few of these guys that are injured, and maybe we can take them home. First, let's start doing some clearage. Do we have enough? I think we got enough people that we can start pushing in a little bit closer. Though... we're going to be standing on a lot of toxic waste. We may get a little bit of toxic exposure for this. And we'll just make sure they keep killing each other. Easier for us. And I think we can send in the shits to do the clearance. These guys should be able to beat their way through everything. Alright, this thing is a bit of a nightmare though. It grows really fast. Huh. Alright, we're breaking through. And I think we're almost at the other side to where there's no toxic waste. That would actually be nice. I don't want our people exposed to too much toxic waste. It's a little bit unhealthy, you know what I mean? Flesh mass response. New flesh beast to defend itself. Well, that's wonderful. Okay. Is that it? I was expecting a little bit more of a flesh mass response. Right then. In that case, shall we continue? This thing grows super fast. Hey, would someone please kill that? Cool, we have a flesh mass neural lump. Analyze it to learn more about the flesh mass heart. Prashet, get over here. Analyze that neural lump if you wouldn't mind. And the rest of you, maybe clear a path for the Diabli to get in. I want the Diabli over here just because, well, they've got a bunch of interesting abilities that might make them useful for this. Analysis progress 1 of 3. Yeah, that's nice. Let's see what happens if we shoot the bejesus out of this heart. I'm really curious. Flesh mass response 2? Yeah, cool. We'll just hang back a bit. You know what? Let's try a little bit of an explosive damage on this guy. He probably doesn't like it, right? You guys maybe keep going. Flesh mass response. Yeah, I'm sure there will be. And in fact, there's probably going to be more in a minute. No! Invulnerable. Completely invulnerable. Oh well. It was worth a try. There's no other nodes coming out of this thing, right? That is really annoying. Agrihand. Wandering. Really? Just... That is the... Like, why? Why would the Agrihand decide to wander all the way over there, through the kill box, out the doors, and get as close to the bad guys as possible? If it wasn't just the devs going, hey, let's make it really annoying. It's fine. It's fine. You guys do what you're going to do. I think we're just going to have to go back and wait till their flesh mass spawns. I think we just have to go home. Like, we can't keep staying here. Our people will just get tired and bored. We'll probably just let the shits take care of it. I mean, they can pretty much stay out here, feed on the corpses, and they don't need to sleep. And is there any of these guys still alive? There actually is a few. There's 3, so we can grab those. put them over here in containment. And what's the temperature set to there? You know what? It doesn't matter. We'll turn that off. Yeah, maybe we can start mass producing. Maybe if we keep this around and we can contain it well enough, we can use it to mass produce all of the necessary nuggets we're going to need to run the bioferrite harvesting. Well, this is turning out to be far worse than I thought. Since we need to examine more flesh masses, well, we've got a problem. It's 1 of 3, so we need to wait until the next one comes along. That takes a while. So, how do we do that? Well, I'm thinking flamethrower and some ghouls. If we can flame down a bunch of this, maybe we can start some fires. And if we can start some fires, it should hopefully burn it. And burning flesh mass should hopefully, you know, just keep burning. And that would mean we wouldn't have to do anything. Also, it seems that it has to be connected. If you split up a flesh mass from itself, it stopped growing. Like this area here stopped growing because it was disconnected. So we need to get in closer and start burning everything. Like you guys can immediately start killing that, while you can just keep burning. Since we're far enough away from the center, we should just be able to keep burning it back. That's the theory. Great, flesh mass response. Run. Bring back the ghouls. The ghouls are here to protect you. And you do have skip and a few other things at your disposal, so we'll just pop you back here. Now, the reason we're bringing 5 Machine along is 5 Machine is, well, we pounded them some wake up, and since they're immune to it, they didn't have to care. You guys can just start killing everything. And you can, I don't know, flame that guy. They do a pretty good job. These ghouls just kill everything. And you should maybe, now that I think about it, yeah, this guy's going to hold fire. We don't want him using his flame ability too liberally, considering the enemies we face. They'll get in too close and it'll end badly. What's going on? Zenithaf, why are you unconscious and why are you here? Someone want to fix that? Anyone? My God, you people are the worst. Someone rescue Zenithaf. Everyone took a few scratches here and there, but you guys are just being mean about it. Alright, oh, and a couple of Toughspikes got in here and messed up our lifters. Turns out taking everyone outside was probably not my best plan. And I think we can let those 2 guys back to work. Yeah. And this worked out pretty good on here. In fact, let's start a fire down this end. If it burns through the flesh mass wall, that would be great. No, I want you to start a fire that continues. That's just... Hey, flesh mass response again. Let's pull everyone back. Alright, who wants a piece of the team? You know what? Let's try something here. Right there? Yeah, right there. Hey, it does actually work. Hey, melee attack that finger spike. Problem solved. Guys, you can knock those guys down. That seems to work out. And then we'll continue burning. This feels a lot like Aliens. It's like, yep, we've got to use flamethrowers to, like, flush them out. After much grinding away at stuff, we've, like... It's just a solid mass. I mean, we could beat our way in, but what we really need is those nerve clusters to appear. So I think what we have to do is incendiary. I'm going to try some incendiary mortars and just chuck them right into the middle and see what it does. That should slow them down, right? Maybe? Huh. I think the fire over here has caused another response. We're not even close to it. Okay. Do they have any way in? Oh my God, they've walled themselves out. Fine, I'll send over the ghouls again. Dump shit's looking a little the worst for wear. They have the least damage resistance, so grind me down fights like this don't do well for them. And we'll send over the rest of the team and squish whatever happens. Oh, Fleshmass Heart has grown a new nerve bundle. Where? Excellent. We can go over and grab that in a bit. This thing is a real pain in the butt, actually. On the bright side, we have acquired 3 Toughspikes, so we might keep this thing alive a little bit longer, assuming it doesn't get too frustrating. Though, damn it. Where are they? There's some... They started beating on the walls. I don't mind them beating on the triple thick walls, but when they start beating on the walls of these things, that's a problem. We might have to start double walling these. Oh well, that'll be next up. This is an awkwardly timed entity escape. Like, I just managed to collect these guys. Now I'm gonna have to kill them all because, well... Damn it, Randy. That's just mean. You guys, you attack that tough spike if you don't mind. Was the containment strength in here not good enough? It's 177. These guys only require a containment of 50. Yeah, I think we had them covered. That's just... Oh, that's sneaky breaky. Okay, capture? Hey, we still got to keep one of them. The other one died. That's fine, but at least we captured the other one. Well, I suppose when they used to be prisoners, it's easier to capture them again. Okay. Still annoying, but I think we've got enough flesh mass that we can probably acquire some more. In fact, we may farm this for a while. Let's try some incendiary shells on it first, though. We're going to just try chucking one of these right in the middle here. Yeah, it's set to hold fire, but that's fine. Give us a shot. Then we'll hold fire and see what it does. Huh. I think it's raining at the moment, is it? Hard snow. Yeah, so the hard snow is going to put that out. There's no point. Never mind. We'll let them load the mortars anyway. Once the hard snow stops, we'll then go out and take care of it. Wait a minute. Did this thing just smash down the door? This thing can smash doors? Yeah, we might want to move a bit faster, eh? We were just about to go out here and deal with this, and friendlies from the Empire have shown up. I don't know what they're going to do. Like, there is a lot of flesh mass going on here. Alright, you guys, start pounding through that if you wouldn't mind. Yeah, let's clear this all out. We need to make some changes here. I've also learned a few things. One, the flesh mass doesn't seem to be able to appear to grow over rock chunks. The rock chunks appear to be unaffected, so it seems to stop when it hits them. We might be able to use that to, well, control the flow. Well, that's a theory. We'll see how it works out, though. And here comes the revenge. Okay, you guys. Ready up. Kill everything that moves. Good job. I don't know what you did there, but yeah, it's fine. We seem to have 2 more fresh recruits. I think I might try and keep this thing alive for a while longer. I know that sounds dumb, but I think it'd be kind of useful. The plan here is, well, dumb. We're going to try and sever this all the way along to there, and then we're going to put in rock chunks all the way along, if at all possible, and that should seal off this area, meaning it can't expand that direction. Then we're going to come down here and repeat the process, and then we're going to have a contained flesh heart, hopefully, assuming that works. At which point we can, well, farm it for these things. Guys, shouldn't there be... Oh yeah, I think there's another one on the way somewhere. But yeah, once we've got enough of them, we can then kill the heart. But until then, we still need about 20 or 30 of them. So, guys, get moving. Start chewing your way through here. And we actually might want to split these up a little bit, spread them out. Yeah, you guys up here, if you wouldn't mind. You guys all back here for a second. Now... First chunk down. I have no idea if that's going to work, though. Also, I'm going to pull back a bit. The thing is, every time those flesh spawns happen, they kind of come out of the walls everywhere. You guys should clean it back a bit so that we have a little bit more space to work with. What is a flesh mass spitter, and why is its attack so telegraphed? I presume it puts acid or something? Spent acid? Yeah, never mind. Everyone seems grand. Ah, acid burn on the leg. Okay, so it's not nice to be near it, but it takes 3 hours to get more acid together. Meanwhile, we can... I think we can get a decent amount of this stuff here. That's marble chunks. Yep. How many? 13? That's a little much. I really hope that this wall stuff works. Like, if these stone chunks don't keep the flesh mass from growing back, this is going to be a waste, but hey... We'll see. We'll just keep digging our way through. And it either works or it doesn't. Come on, get us all the way. Flesh mass response. Yeah, that was to be expected. Go for it. Oof. I would really prefer if the people didn't get that close. Chip damage is a pain in the butt. Done. Okay, then we get the ghouls back summoned up, and we have to clean out some more space here. Just, nope. Pushes them out of the way. Give me a second. And that is my best attempt. We've put down fencing. As far as I can tell, fencing does seem to stop it. And now it's time to just start, well, smashing our way through this. Once this is cleared out, we'll come down here. I'm starting to wall in these sections here just in case these things try and break in through there. But we'll sever it across here as well. In fact, we might be able to wall it all the way across there. And that means the only place to be able to get out is over here. I can't really go all the way to the edge of the map. So we'll probably have to set up some sort of containment area over here, probably involving the ghouls, who are currently getting their snack on. How's everyone else doing? Yeah, pretty good. You know what? Start shooting. This is exhausting. Oh, there's another nerve bundle. Great. And another nerve bundle. I still want to try and contain this. The thing is, cleaning this up is it's like the amount of flesh responses it gives out. It's madness. This area over here, we've kind of got it contained, almost. Like, there's no way to contain it against the edge of the wall. It can't push past this fence, but we can't contain it over here at the very edge. The problem with the very edge over here is it's just there's no way to actually put stuff all the way to the edge of the map. You can't even create a stockpile down a certain point, so there's no way to make a stockpile. No way to drop anything. Maybe if we drop blocks or something? Or, actually, there might be a way to do it. See, like, even though we're clearing all this stuff out, now there's going to be another flesh response, and we're going to have to deal with that too. That's enough for now. We'll come back and clean that up later. But that's a hell of a smashdown. Oh, Brichette, get over here for a second. We want you to actually analyze that neural lump. We'll bring everyone back in. Go take a snack, a break, all that stuff. Everyone here is on Mind Numb serum. We gave them Mind Numb because it was the only way we could keep them out here this long without them mental breaking. They're hungry, they're going to need sleep, they're going to need a lot of stuff. We'll let them back to it. Also, we could just pump them full of wake up, but I think we'll hold off on that. I think next up we're going to break out here, and oh my god, that stuff just does not stop. We're going to fence it in there. If we can fence it across there, that should stop any further expansion for a bit. And then we can chop out these extra bits on the edge. And I think I know a way to dump enough rock chunks down there to stop that from moving. Same way we got rock chunks in here. Should be very possible. What the? Where did he come from? Never mind. Contained. With this area cleaned-ish, I mean, okay, it's filthy, but we've cleaned out the actual flesh. We're going to beat our way across here and then put in some fence posts. Ghouls, of course, will do the cleaning, because they're specifically designed for this task. Oh, yeah, there we go. Ghoul Frenzy and kill them all. Just go absolutely nuts. You guys might as well actually hold fire. You're probably doing more harm than good. Solved. Then, charge forward some more. And repeat. This is a weird, slow, but hypnotic way of doing things. We're slowly grinding through. Ow! Acid attacks, eh? Yeah, they kind of suck. I gotta make sure to avoid those next time around. And flesh mass attack again. Well, you guys, you. Quickly kill everything, kill everything, kill everything, kill everything, and kill everything. And I think we've got our hands on a new... Yep, this is definitely someone we can add to our storage. Come on, build that fence. Yeah, it's gonna be a... Okay, I think what's happened is we're actually getting far enough away from this section. There seems to be a thing where it'll trigger a flesh mass, or event, or response. But so long as it's far enough away from this side, it doesn't trigger any from that side. And, well, then it makes it a lot easier for us to deal with this. So let's keep digging. We can also get our hands on this, whatever, nerve bundle. And once we've got the nerve bundle, we should be able to kill this thing forever if we need to. I don't think we want to just yet. We're kind of farming it. It's a bit frustrating right now. But so long as we can seal this thing off, I think we're golden. Analysis complete. While analysing the flesh mass neural tissue, Brichette made in a breakthrough. This biosignature responds strongly when stimulated by a specific electric pulse. If used on the flesh mass heart, an electric signal would cause a tachycardia, overload, and kill the heart. You can now destroy the chromowave J2 flesh mass heart by interacting with it directly. Okay, so if we dig through to the centre of it, we can kill it. I don't wanna. I want to keep it alive. I mean, contained, but alive. And I think we can contain it. It might take some time. It might take a little effort. But it's a good way to farm stuff. And, I mean, this has been filling up down here quite nicely. So once we have 8, or, well, we can start doing the freezing of them, so long as we can contain this safely so it's not going to break out. Once it's contained safely, then we can just farm it for these things. And that'll get our bioferrite farming up and running much faster. Time-consuming, a little bit annoying, but I think it's very doable. Firstly, we have now contained it entirely here. It can't escape. This fence should keep it in entirely. Well, that's the theory. Over here, it seems it can't overrun the fence. We was able to push around, push all the rocks out of the way. There was no way we could stop it there. However, I think there is a way we can contain this entirely. Give me a few minutes. This place has entirely filled in, but we've managed to grind our way back through here, and we're going to fence in all the way across and then all the way down. Will this be easy? No. Will this be worthwhile? I'm not sure, but I just want to play with the flesh heart a bunch. And, when it comes to prisoners, we've now got 4 of these guys over here. I think the weakest one has about 60% health. That one's full. That one's ready to get frozen. That one's not. But once all 4 of those are at about 100% health, we're going to freeze them and see if we can't get ourselves 4 more nuggets for just bioferrite harvesting. If that works, then yes, I'm going to keep this thing alive for ages. Right now, the ghouls are just incredible. Like, these things can just tank and tank and tank, and that one's down to 8% food, and that one's down to 12. So you need to immediately have a snack. That's the great thing, is they can have a snack while on duty. They just have a quick snack there, you'll be fine. And where's the other one? Yeah, you're at 12%. You also need to have a snack. And they just heal on the go. I brought over these guys to speed it along a bit. They're still on a bit of mind numb serum, and we're going to fence in across here and get closer. I think I'm going to keep these guys back a bit and let them do a bunch of clearance on the side, because this thing grows at an incredible rate. The rate this thing just keeps expanding. It's almost impossible to keep in check. You guys, start shooting there. And you guys, I want you to concentrate more on clearing the fence area. We want more fence, more fence, more fence, because the more we fence it in, the less options it has to grow. We'll probably just go to there and cut down. We might even make this a much smaller containment area. And you can actually kill that acid spitting thing. Oh, and here's another one. Like, you'll notice it's just lots and lots of flesh mass responses. So many. Like, you just can't stop them. They are everywhere. I am trying to imagine doing this without ghouls, and it's just... I'm not sure how you do it. The amount of firepower required. You'd have to stay at a distance, just line up a bunch of people and just shoot down the walls. The problem is, after a while, people are going to get tired, and the moment you stop containing this thing, it just explodes. Look at that. Like, that's ridiculous. Yeah, I'm trying to think of, like, a strategy that wouldn't involve 5 ghouls, but it's just... Oof. It can't be done. I'm trying to wall it in, but it grows too fast. Once you narrow it down its area of growth to one location, it just goes nuts. So I think we got to tachycardia this guy. Yeah, there we go. Can we stop that? Like, if we tell him to go away, does it stop the tachycardia? You know what? We're just gonna let it go. Let it go. Come on. Look at that. Like, you can't wall it in. It just won't. And I think we're done. Flesh mass response. Well, of course there is. This has been a horrifying mess. You guys. Okay. Frenzy. Kill everything. Thank God for elbow blades. And I think that's... Let's just make sure we've killed the last of these guys. We're literally walled in by flesh now. That was horrifying. That was just such a mess trying to crawl in there. And we had to avoid, like, certain low density stuff so that we couldn't build fencing across, and couldn't quite do it. Couldn't quite squeeze it in because the problem is it just kept growing out around, and nightmarish. Your best bet is probably just to seal it in if you can find areas to patch it across. Or fence it in the moment you see it starting to grow. The moment you see that trigger, just put a bunch of fencing around it. It can never grow beyond it. Actually, this is a flesh mass nucleus. I'm betting this will grow back. If we leave this here and fence it in, we should be able to get this back again and continue with our farming. Interesting. We have also gained access to a new anomaly research. About time, been a while. Mutation weaponry, biomutation lance, and biomutation pulsar. We'll take it. And I'm thinking you need to be moved to storage pretty much immediately. Once we could remove the surrounding area, let's blast a hole, shall we? The wall is decaying. We don't have to kill it all. Okay, it's going to release all the entities that are trapped in there, but that's fine. I thought we were going to have to go through and manually destroy that. All that is... okay, but right now, we have that flesh mass ball heading right back here. We're going to see what it takes to contain it, and I think we're probably going to put it somewhere where we're going to allow it to escape and regrow. And these are almost ready to be frozen. Just don't try and escape in the meantime. Try and keep it together, would you? These guys, yeah, it's going to be a while. These guys are not quite all healed up just yet. Now that is what you call a hard-fought battle. There is 200 Toughspike corpses there, minimum. I'm not even sure, actually, how many... We should be able to find out how many corpses are on the map. 253 corpses. Now, some of those are lances and stuff, but that's a lot of Toughspikes. That does not include all the tri-spikes and the mini-spikes that all got killed. There's just so many. It's ridiculous. I think I was doing that the brute force way. There's probably a subtler, less violent way of doing that, but that thing grows at an incredible rate. Trying to contain it is almost impossible. And like the moment you start biting into it and bite off a small chunk, it fights back and fights back and fights back. There's just nothing but flesh mass responses consistently. You need to be able to do a massive sustained combat, and that's just too hard. I think what I'm going to do is start putting fencing around certain areas now, because another one will come along. This here fenced off, and then maybe down here somewhere. So the thing is, yeah, probably a fence across here as well. Over here it won't make a difference because it doesn't actually go all the way to the edge. Just ways to break it up. But I think this area here and this area here are the only areas where we can put in a fence to block the area off. Oh, we still haven't dealt with this. You fill it up with even more toxic waste packs, and let's see what it's like down below. Yep, looking pretty good. How's the toxic waste going? Can't actually tell, but if there is toxic waste down there, it hasn't spread out too far just yet. Time to get started on preparing our new set of Bioferrite farms. We'll take that all the way down to about minus 100. We won't get there, but hopefully we'll get pretty close. That'll take some time. What are we down to already? Minus 24. It's also cold outside, so this should be faster. And research-wise, what is it? We want to do mutation weaponry, which means... Oh my god, I haven't turned any of these off. Maintain only. Maintain only. Maintain only. Too many of these. I actually stopped doing the research on a bunch of... Did that say 5? 5 advanced research! Those things are worth a fortune. Yeah, we'll turn these all to maintain only because we don't want anyone doing anything with these. Now, who was our best one? Nomad Gunslinger does get a bonus to their Dark Study, so we'll put them on it for now. They can do all the research, they should be able to knock it out in no time, and I need to keep an eye on this really carefully. Once their hypothermia hits about 40%, we want to stop it. Otherwise, if we take it too high, it'll kill them. And then we want to make sure they get tended quickly, otherwise they'll bleed out as we start trimming them down. All I need is for no one to attack me for a bit so that I can do this without too much interruption. 39%. Alright, you. Turn the temperature up, take us to about 50. No. There you go. 50C, that should be plenty. Might take a minute or so for the temperature to even at 42%? Whoa. Slow down. Hold your horses there. Why is it still going up so fast? It should be slowing down. 69, 68. We didn't insulate the place. That 48%. Stop. Stop going up. Alright, okay. We should be just about evening out. We have 50%. And mutation weaponry is complete. How? That was stupendously fast. Good job, Nomad. That, occultist thing, basically study efficiency, or entity study rate plus 50%, and study efficiency, what, plus 100? Seems to just knock those things out super fast. Maintain only, put all of those back to maintain only. And then I think the first thing we're going to do is make sure no one else can do it. Every time we move an entity around, they ended up going back to study them. It's just, no, not worth the effort. Please tell me you're remaining stable. You should all be about, I think it's like 50%. Yeah, perfect. Any of you trimmed anything just yet? Well, this guy's already trimmed off a limb, but that was not frostbite related. And this guy, yep, jaw is gone. Someone want to take care of that, though? He's probably going to need a tend. And left arm is starting to go, too. Remind me to, yeah, take care of this. Was it your harvesting arrangement? No, call those combat suppliers. We want to get some of this, rid of some of the junk lying around. Dear God, this place is just an absolute mess. I think I might pile up all the corpses. Like, look at all of those corpses. They're just everywhere. That is the amount of fighting we had to do to try and contain that monstrosity. That thing was tough. Like, the ghouls were the only reason we got there, and it cost dumb shit their life. I mean, okay, they've died loads of times. That's what happens. Seems to be going ahead fine. Seems to target the jaw a lot. Like, this one's missing his jaw already. How are you doing? Yeah, up, tentacle. Never mind. Yeah, tentacles are the only things we actually care about. Just gotta make sure they don't lose any blood. Timing is a little bit awkward, but it turns out the ground shakes under your feet and inhuman screams echo from the pit seems to get closer. Something will emerge soon. So this thing is going to start spitting out something soon. In that case, actually, War Machine, what are you up to? Resting? Nah. Pop down here. Flesh Beast Emergence. Yeah, that's grand, to be honest. We'll just hit them with a quick Manhunter Pulse. Yeah, right about there should be grand. They should mostly murderize each other. And then we can... Good job, everyone. Good job. Now, what was I going to do? Oh, yeah. Hitches again. I wonder will this leave us more to capture. I might need another room. Like, we're out of containment cells over here. Maybe build another batch of containment cells? You know what? We'll queue it up. Maybe we will need to contain a bunch more of these guys. You can go there and... Oh, God. Yeah, hopefully that will be finished in a reasonable time frame. And meanwhile, we'll check out what's going on over here. If you could disable some of the Toughspikes for us to capture, that would be awesome. Hey, there's one. Bleeding out in 12 hours. You would be wonderful in our menagerie. What about this guy? No, not the finger spike, the bulb freak. Please tell me you lost your spine. No, spine's still mostly intact. Whoa! Where do you think you're going? You guys haven't finished killing each other. Go again. Do it right this time. And you know what? We'll bring down another one of the machines. War Machine, you can go back to sleep. It turns out that with sufficient Manhunter pulses, you don't really need to do much, do you now? Well, good job. You know what? The machine, you can go back as well. We'll send out the team here to take care of this. Gunslinger's like, yeah, I'm just going to wander over here and grab this while I'm waiting. So if we leave this pit around, we basically get more free recruits. That's kind of awesome. Oh man, we have 3 of these guys. We sort of need that produced quickly. So, guys, you want to get around to that sooner rather than later would be good. That's the problem. Some of them keep getting up again. And then we have to kill them to put them down. Let's just knock... let's kill all the ones that are downed and see what we can grab. Like, for example, we could grab the Toughspikes. The problem is we can't disable them, which means at some point they would escape. We'd punch them and then they'd turn into 3 spikes in the middle of our base. What are they worth? 2 Bioferrite generation. They're worth like the same amount as the Toughspikes, so it's not really worth it. If, however, I could get the bulb freaks and take off their tentacles, that would be awesome. Or get them with a dead spine. These things are worth 7 Bioferrite. That is just crazy good. Damn it, another one got up. Stop getting up. Just stay down. And this guy's only got 3 hours left. We'll probably get nothing out of him. Well, it was... Yeah, I need to keep a room ready and to go for when that happens in the future. And at the same time, we need to make sure that none of these die. I should be paying more attention to these guys. How are you all doing? Lost a jaw and a tentacle. Hey, if that other tentacle goes, you're good to go. And how are you looking? Jaw, left arm spike. Nope, but both those tentacles are almost done. This is turning out real nice. Our newest nugget has been finished. Both arms, both legs gone. Let's do this. Transfer. Right there. Yeah, it's going to warn us about the containment strength, but it doesn't matter. And finished. Another one that cannot escape, and that's providing a clean 2 Bioferrite per day. and it doesn't require any inputs. This is like the ultimate in like green technology. We're going to get so much power out of this as well. We're just going to wait. I'm going to wait till actually... I want them all to be consistent, so we're going to take off all of the arms and legs just to make sure that they look nice and clean. This will be our third little nugget sorted. Actually, is that one already finished? I think, yeah, that's our fourth. Okay, they got some blood loss because we didn't get to them in time, but that's amazing. This is really turning out better than I thought. I thought a bunch of these would die as we did it. But no, both tentacles, both arms, the jaw, finished. How is this one not? Somehow they've... it's not a distance thing. You know what? Doesn't make a difference. We'll give it a little bit more time. I'm sure the rest of the stuff will go and we can transfer them out to there. That will get us up to 10. Yeah, we'll have 10 Bioferrite curve. Already we've got 8 per day. That's actually even more. That's already enough to run a generator. And done. That's 10 Bioferrite that we can farm indefinitely. And you can be turned off. These guys are not quite ready for prime time. That guy's at 100%, but actually we got 2. I prefer to do 4 at a time. It's just it takes you got to keep an eye on things. You got to make sure it's timed out. So we'll do 4 at a time. So actually, let's transfer them in now. We can transfer them into... What's the containment strength over here? 200. Problem is we lose a bit of containment strength because of the coolers, but we gain it with the shard inhibitor. So yeah, we can transfer them over now and we'll worry about them later. The cleanup from this is just... It's ridiculous. I'm not even carrying them over to the Harbinger tree. I brought a bunch of them down here to the Harbinger tree, but it's just too far away. We actually have a few more sprouts. For some reason, these ones are sprouting, but these ones are not. I don't know what the link is. You know what? I'm not going to worry about it. For now, we're just going to chuck them in a big stockpile and toss in a few Molotovs. It's the only way. Hopefully, if we make a big enough fire, it'll rain and clear all this muck off the map. The place looks... Well, it looks kind of filthy. Yeah. Give me a minute to just clean up this mess. It's just the place is so horrifying right now. Perfect. I think that's it. Rage machine. No. No. Sloppy. What do you... There you go. Muppet. Don't go walking into a fire. You need to have some self-control. Bulk guild trader. Huh. We're going to get rid of some of the junk we've got lying around. Though, in all fairness, once we realized we were over wealth cap, and we decided, you know what, we don't need to care about it anymore. We have maybe invested a little bit in a lot of random junk, just to make sure we've got a stockpile and we don't have to stop and think about things. Oh, and it's raining. Gentle snow. Excellent. It'll put it to corpses, but it'll also get rid of all of that filth. I mean, the place was just... It was too much. We'll burn the rest of the corpses later. For now, I think that is good enough. Result obtained. Now, I want to put in a little experimentation area over here. Give me a minute. Before we can get around to this little project, we've got the resources ready for it. I think we're going to have to take care of these shamblers first. Now, I've been advised these guys sort of just, well, shamble forward and smash through everything in their way, which means they're probably going to come straight through here. And I say we fight shamblers with ghouls. Ghouls should be able to hold them off. We'll bring in some extra firepower as well. Unfortunately, there's a bit of a high psychic drone female, which means all the war machines are feeling a little irritable. However, we've dosed them with Mind Numb. Mind Numb, Mind Numb, Mind Numb, Mind Numb, and Mind Numb, because that's what it takes around here. All right, let's go attract their attention and maybe get them into a choke point. Nope. Where are you going? Nope, 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 nope. We're gonna leave that stuff there. You can go back inside, buddy. We're gonna get the shamblers to take care of this mess. Did I mention how weird this whole they don't go through doors thing is? This is just... Huh. So you're just gonna stand out there. What happens if I bring people to shoot you? Will you just stand on the other side of the doors while you get shot? Turns out, yes, you can just shoot from behind walls, behind doors. They don't seem to care. That's very exploitable. We need to, like, build some doors or something, or we need to have some way of luring them close enough and then hide inside a bunch of doors. Hey, Shambler Jumper Shard of Architect. Already? Christians, how do we kill the rest of them? No, let's bring them closer. We will get Shit Happens up here. That should aggro a whole bunch of them. They should get closer to the door now. Or are they? And we can hopefully bring more people into this to maybe do a little more shooting. This is going to take a while otherwise. So Shit Happens can just stand in the doorway, tank, shoot, and hopefully draw more crowds. We're going to lose some people over here or some junk over here, but I'm not really that worried. This should just be a slow grind down. I think there is something utterly broken about Shamblers at the moment, because this seems wrong. Shit Happens is standing in here and none of them are doing anything about it. I hesitate to bring out any more people, but still, this is, yeah, I feel like this should be just a little bit harder. Oh well, I'll skip forward. Well, that's disposed of that mess. And over here, we're getting ready to do our flesh farm. So we can get our hands on more of these guys. Actually, are you all healed? Ooh, I am getting sloppy. I should be nuggetizing you guys right now, especially when it's cold. I think I'm going to put in another, whatchamacallit, air conditioning unit here, or refrigeration cooler. I'm going to put in another cooler soon enough. You guys, go all the way down to minus 100. Doesn't really make a difference if we get all down that far. It's just so long as it goes below about 60 or 70 or so, we should be good. Ah, Psychic Soothe females. That would be great. Actually, yeah, the whatchamacallit has worn off, the Mind Numb serum. Right, I gotta keep a close eye on this. We'll let this finish in the background, or people go over and build it in. I might want to actually, you know what, I'm gonna double wall that as well. We'll come back to what that is in a minute. Well, that's an awkwardly timed solar flare. Thanks, Randy. Timing. Oh, Kevin's got around to entity liberating again, and he went for a site stealer. I didn't even pay attention. Was he even in here at the time? You know what? Makes no difference. How's everyone over here doing? Ooh, hypothermia's gotten a bit serious. Nope, temperatures are stabilizing. It should. Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Alright then, so Kevin decided to let loose the site stealer, beat the snot out of them, and then chuck them back into storage. Yep, that sounds like exactly something Kevin would do. Good job, Kevin. And that's the last one from that batch. They actually all went through without a hitch. In fact, the last 8 have went through. The last 2 batches of 4. Perfect. That's actually another 8 bioferrite. So 10 there, that's 18 bioferrite a day. Well, we're also getting some from this. We're getting 14 from this. But this is just expandable. Now all we got to do is, well, I want to do a little bit of playing with this flesh mass nucleus thing. It seems its activity is going up. Automatic suppression is currently disabled. Yes. Enable it to have warden suppress. No. And the thing is, can we speed up how quickly this activates? It seems to get plus 15% a day. So if we were to say, deconstruct that. Nope, still at 15% a day. Also, can we transfer that anywhere? I'd like to be able to chuck it into the pit gate. Nope, you can't chuck things through the pit gate. That would be nice, though. It's just I would like a way of farming that down here. And if we could farm it down in the undercaves, and ooh, it's getting a bit toxic down there. Nice. Oh, yeah, but if we could chuck it down there, we could then farm them down there. Doesn't matter. Oh, and to speed this along, I think I know how we can do that. Let's capture this guy, and then let's annoy him. The theory here is this electro harvester is supposed to annoy entities it's hooked up to. So this thing's already at, what percentage is it at? 15% per turn it seems to gain its activity at. So when it's hooked up to this, increase rate of 30%. Wow, plus 30% a day. Right, that's better. It was at only 15%, and I'm pretty sure this electro harvester is annoying the bejesus out of it. That should help. That means that once this is fully active, which will take a couple of days, it should turn back into the flesh mass heart thingy. How much power are we getting out of that? What the? Cool. Free twisted meat. Whatever. This thing is actually generating 200 watts. Okay, that's pathetic. Alright. Over here, what we want this to do is, well, assuming that this thing spawns inside here, it doesn't magically teleport around the map and then spawn, because it could just go, oh, I'm now a flesh mass heart, and then suddenly it's over here, or it goes back to its original spawn location. I'm not sure, but assuming it converts where it's standing, then it should convert here. Oh. The ghouls can handle it. They'll be fine. As long as the ghouls can seal the door. We're going to have to change the zones. I don't want anyone going outside. I assume it's either one site stealer or an army of site stealers. Or it's going to be one site stealer. We kill them and it summons an army of site stealers. Oh. And as well as that, I think before this thing maxes out, as in before its activity hits 100%, what I should do is delete the holding spot. Oh. Because I'm worried that if it's on a holding spot, it will teleport off the holding spot. You know what? We'll worry about that in a minute. For now, we need to worry about this. Yep, it's just hit the last row. This proximity detector has caught him. Site stealer revealed. That it? Just the one. Just the one. Okay, all the proximity detectors have switched off. I have a strange feeling there's going to be more of them. Alright. Yep. They might arrive immediately or in days from now. I've set everyone to stay inside the curtain wall. And I've made a few zone changes for the curtain wall. For the curtain wall here, we have excluded the outside edge. What was happening before was if the outside edge wall got damaged, people would go outside to repair them. This was something I used to know and then had forgotten because I hadn't noticed it in so long, or played it in so long. And I was pointing in the comments, yeah, that's why people were going outside the last day to repair stuff. In fact, someone almost died going out repairing stuff, and I never even noticed. Alright, how are you looking? You are looking pretty good. 58%. You know what? We're going to let you keep growing. Soon you'll be 100% and we can start farming you for more nuggets. Yeah, the site stealers are back. It's fine. And they've already gotten that far. How is the... Yeah, the emus are doing fine. There was an Empire ship here, or an Empire trade group. Yeah, they've left already. So these guys should be able to take care of it. Any of you hungry? Yeah, you seem a bit snackish. You know what? Have a little bit of a taste of that guy. And that'll top you up. We'll just let the boys take care of that problem. Oh wow! The fallen Empire has come to help us. Why? What are you going to do? Attack invisible enemies? They'll probably try. And research-wise, I think we are down to... Yep. Last one. And I think we're done. Great. Yep, there's going to be a second wave of them, so we basically have to stay indoors until those guys stop doing their waves. Oh, flesh mass transformation, okay. Ooh. I think barricades work, do they? Oh, that's awesome. Right. How are you doing? Not getting any power? Yeah, I didn't think so. And we seem to have lost... Oh, damn it, I forgot to remove it from the platform, but that's okay. It still spawned anyway. Oh, but it also spawned one of those mortar things. Well, that's okay. Let's go. Oh, no. Yep, the Empire have noticed. The Empire are going... Oh, please, no. Empire, why are you so stupid? We need to put a fence post there. Yeah, we need to put a fence post there, like, straight away. Because, you know, they're going to do something stupid, like shoot the fence posts, unleashing the flesh horde on us. Why? Why do you like this, Empire? You're just so stupid. Fine. Plasteel Autodor should probably let people in that far. You're dead. You know you're dead, right? I mean... Just don't break the fences. Don't break the fences, that's all I ask. Hey, I mean, they haven't broken yet, so, you know, good for them. They're going to leave some injured ones behind. Let's bring over some recruitment officers. You see, if you can get a few more of these guys right now, our ghouls are pretty good at farming these Toughspikes. Look, wait, let me rephrase. They're good at not dying while farming Toughspikes. The problem is they tend to kill the Toughspikes a lot. I think they got them all. Yeah, I think they did. Yes, no, smirk. Capture that. Cannot. Capture Toughspike. Choose containment destination. Put them right there if you wouldn't mind. I need to capture a few more of these if at all possible. Ooh. Is there 5? Today is a good day. Messy as this was, the Empire did a good job. They don't do as much damage as our ghouls, so we were able to more quickly obtain some Toughspikes. And they didn't break the fences, thankfully. Though you can see here where they absolutely mangle the limestone barricades. Little bit of damage on some of these fence posts, but if they had broken one of those, that could have been real awkward. That's one of the reasons I've got all this random stuff here. I've got fence posts, I've got graves, I've got a couple of marriage spots. I think there's underground. Yeah, there's underground hidden conduit there. Power conduit and some sleeping spots. And then at the end of it, fencing. I know the fencing works, so worst case scenario, they just flood all the way through in here and then stop with the fencing. Was the plan. Before, well, the Empire shut up. Now, I made this 3 tiles wide because I wasn't sure how wide these nerve bundles were. I thought there were 3 tiles wide, but I think they're only 2. So we can probably thin this down in future variants. But that means we should be able to, like, this should only be able to, at worst, go up, around, like that, and we always have this path we can travel through it. So this way, we can go find any nerve bundles or... Oh, wait. That thing there's got to go. What's it called? Flesh mass spitter. Well, that was a thing you did, and now you die. Because we have 100% access to anything you produce. Nice, and then we go take out this nerve center. And the wonderful thing is, when we want to spawn more monsters, we just kill some more of these things. And, ooh, cool. Nope, don't repair that. I want you to analyze that neural lump if you wouldn't mind. And people can still come in here and grab all the stuff out. That is fine. Analysis progress, 1 of 3. Right, first we're going to clean this place up, and then we're going to start farming. Of course, we still can't forget about the side stealers that are coming along. We're still confined to base. I was expecting this guy to spawn more junk, but he's not doing it. These guys will take care of the site stealers, and then once they're finished with that, we can go back to farming this. All we should have to do is beat on the flesh mass a bit, and he'll spawn revenge attacks on us. But first we're going to clear the place out. Quick few things we want to check here. First is, what do graves do? Once we've destroyed that, it should have the option to grow. Actually, let's just keep going and we'll take out all 3 of these. And done. As far as I'm aware, you can't kill a grave. You'd have to get in someone to deconstruct it, but... Is it stopped? I think it... Yeah? I think graves stop it as well. Graves would actually be better. The joy of graves is you can't destroy them. They can be shot up like these fence posts or the granite fences. They're a problem because if they get shot by stuff, they can be destroyed. But you can't destroy graves. Huh. Let's see what the marriage spots are like. Whoa. That was instantaneous, and, cancel that. We'll leave that one there. Right. So, what have we learned? When it comes to power wires, underground or above ground makes no difference. Sleeping spots, gone. Marriage spots, gone. Security barriers work, or barricades work, fences work, walls work, and graves work. And I think graves would be your best bet on the grounds that they're not destructible. If you need to throw up something fast, fences, fast, quick, and easy. But if you want to do any fighting around them, well, you got to watch out because you will punch holes in them. The question is, does it spawn any? You know what? Let's pick a fight. I think we will keep people from coming back in, and let's make sure we can do some damage to this thing. Yep. It should revenge at some point. This is ridiculous. Okay. And the question is, can we kill it fast enough? Wow. There we go. That's what we've been waiting for. Ghoul Frenzy and unleash them. Ghoul Frenzy is just one of the hearts we have installed. It's like the adrenal heart thing. You guys are going to get walled in if you're not careful. So it does allow them to kill everything pretty fast. Now, I know we're not seeing many Toughspikes surviving this, but that's okay. We don't really care too much. Out of the way. Out of the way. Let us through. Alright, done. So, yeah, that would be the plan. We can basically use this to farm, well, Toughspikes. Now, 1 second while we try and contain this guy for a minute. Wow, you know what? You two guys go down here and make sure he can't continue on. We're going to bring someone over to help build a grave super fast. And once the grave is started, I don't think he can stop us. Oh, containment complete. New grave installed. Storage, clear all. Let's just not put anything on there. War Machine, you can now leave. Get back over there. We'll airlock you out. And I think we're going to stop killing this thing. We've got everything we need for now. Oh, actually, wait. There's a nerve bundle. Excellent. Oh, pit rumbles. Fine. We'll just, make sure no one goes near it. AddOn will hit him with a couple of manhunter pulses. Ooh, might get us some more of these Toughspike corpses as well. Since we killed so many of these things around here, I've decided I'm just dumping the corpses down here. I mean, corpses, toxic waste. This thing is an amazing storage location. And we now have well, several more new nuggets that we can make. In fact, yeah, this is very, very productive. And this farm thing over here, I do need to improve it. I think if we wall it in properly with graves, that I would feel a little bit safer so that it can't escape. I'm just waiting for the third thing to drop, the third analysis. We might have to smack it a bit first, but I presume once we break open a space and enough time has elapsed, it will give us a new nerve ending. Or it might, actually, I'm going to leave it, see if it gives us another nerve ending. Would you look at that? It spawned a bunch of new stuff. We didn't go in there, we didn't touch it. The nerve bundle just spawned, and when it does, it brings along a bunch of trouble with it. Right, we'll just send in the team. They'll take care of the problem. Actually, let's lock that door and not have anyone else go in there. It'll be a mess right now. I think the area is fully clear for now. And yeah, we'll leave those unconnected, and I think there's no dangers anymore. In that case, Bichette can come in, analyze the lump, and I think we are golden. That's 3 lumps, which means we can kill the flesh heart whenever we want. And let's see. Yeah, we can induce tachycardiac death, and it should just be a case of walking up and doing it. So now I don't have to worry about the thing getting too out of control at any point, and we can just keep farming it. This next bit is why we have been going to the effort of getting this much bioferrite together. Or, well, starting to get a lot of bioferrite together. We're going to have to expand this quite substantially if we want to go where we're going. For now, we're going to enable the refueling on this atmospheric heater, and this is a bioferrite generator. Generates 4,000 watts of power. Takes 60 ferrite to keep it going for 10 days, which means it's 6 ferrite per day, or, to put it in nuggets terms, 3 of these guys. So 3 of these guys will keep this thing running forever. And this is an atmospheric heater. This heats up the atmosphere. Yep. I think it's 80 fuel for 10 days, I want to say. So it's 8 fuel a day or 4 nuggets. So 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 nuggets will keep this whole thing running. It does consume 1,500 watts. So this can support about 2.5, like a little bit over 2.5. But let's just say each one of these is going to, well, each 2.5 atmospheric heaters is going to require one of these. That could be expensive, considering the amount of bioferrite, but I figure we can expand out the bioferrite storage, and we do have a way of sustainably farming those Toughspikes now. Might want to get better about finding ways to disable them. Maybe send in people with light machine guns or something, though. I think we're going to have to destroy this heart, cover it in graves to make sure it definitely can't get out, and then we can use guns in there. I would hate to use a gun in there and then have a fence post get damaged and like the whole thing just leaks out. It grows so fast. That's why we have a fence post right there. Just in case containment gets breached, it gets stopped at that section. I should probably replace that with a security barricade, actually, now that I think about it. Alright, but over here, this basically heats up the atmosphere. And what's it set to? It's set to 20 degrees. So right now it's like -3 or something like that. I think it was -12 in the middle of the night. And from now on, this place is going to be warmer. In fact, once we get a few of these up, it will never be winter again. Now, that doesn't really matter. It's a question of just exactly how high can we drive it and how much bioferrite would it require. I mean, this thing does have a lot of options. Like, it does look like it can go up quite high. That's... I don't think there's a limit to it. That's 300, 400. I mean, realistically, you're not ever going to want to go that high. It's just a question of how many of these would you need to hit those temperatures, and how much bioferrite would that require. Yeah, this could be tricky. It could be tricky, but that we'll have to find out as we go. Anyway, I'm going to cut this out here. I hope you enjoyed, and good luck.